Hello everyone, in today's video we're gonna talk about Jay from Ninjago and my problems I have with him after Wildbrain took over this series. Because before Wildbrain took over, I think Jay was one of my favorite characters. One of my favorite seasons of all time is Skybound, where Jay is the main character, and I absolutely love him in this season. I think he is amazing in that season. I think he's amazing in the other seasons before, but after Wildbrain took over in season 11, I think something changed with his character. Let's first look at Jay's character before Wildbrain took over, so from the pilots up to season 10. I think the opinions on Jay are pretty mixed in the Ninjago community. I think some people really like him and I'm with those people until season 10, because after season 10 I think he became a worse character, because I think after Wildbrain took over in season 10 you already had an established character like Jay, and I think they didn't really know what to do with him, because you explored almost everything about his character already, especially in season 6. So I think that's the problem what Wildbrain has, and I think he's become kind of a comic relief character at some moments. I don't think he is that, but at some moments he comes over as a comic relief character and he isn't really that important to the plots in recent seasons. Maybe in season 15 he was important because it was Nia's story, but overall I think he isn't really that much of an important character as he used to be in the earlier seasons. I think the perfect comparison we can make is Prime Empire and Skybound, because you see a lot of differences between these seasons. They're both focused around Jay, but I think Skybound does so much more with Jay's character and explores it that much more, because before season 6 we had known him as like a character more on the background. He wasn't as important as maybe Kai, Zane or Lloyd even in the earlier seasons, and I think that's what was holding him back, and in season 6 we could finally explore his character. I also really like how he connected with Nia in this season. I think that was amazingly done, and I think there are a lot of plot points that were solved in this season between them, because we had like the love triangle in season 3, which was horrible, but it got fixed over the seasons in season 4 and 5, and season 6 finally concluded this and had an amazing ending to their story also. Now if you look at a season like Prime Empire, I'm not saying it is a bad season, it's not one of my favorites, but it surely is the bad season. I love a lot of things about it, but I just think Jay isn't really that good in this season. I think he isn't even the best character, even though he's the main character of the season, but in this season he's just a little bit underwhelming. It didn't really focus on him. He didn't have a lot of character development in this season like he used to have in Skybound, and I just think overall this season doesn't really focus enough on Jay, because in the earlier seasons of Ninjago, in the Willfilm era, every character got growth in almost every season. If we look at season 6 it's Jay, if we look at Day of the Departed it's Cole, if we look at season 4 it's Kai, etc, etc. So you can see that all the characters get enough growth in the seasons. When we look at the Wildbrain era, I think only really Lloyd gets all the attention, and I think the other characters are kind of pushed to the background. Maybe Cole in season 13 was good, Nia in season 15, but those only have one season where they really get any good development, and I think the focus is way too much on Lloyd in the newer season, and I think Jay really reflects that, because he used to have a lot of character development in the seasons. There's a lot of difference between him in season 1 and let's say in season 7, and I don't see that between him in season 11 and season 16. I think he is still the same person, and I miss that character growth of him in the earlier seasons of Ninjago, and particularly in the Willfilm era. I hope Wildbrain can fix this problem in 2023, and even though I'm now talking about Jay, there are also a lot of other characters I want to talk about in the future about this problem between Willfilm and Wildbrain. And by the way, I'm not saying Wildbrain is a bad studio at all, because they produced one of the best fighting scenes of Ninjago, and I think the animation got a lot of upgrades after Wildbrain took over. I just think story-wise Willfilm is a bit better, but that doesn't mean Wildbrain doesn't have potential, because in Master of the Mountain, Cole is absolutely amazingly well done, and I think they have the potential to reach that level of Willfilm, maybe even the level of the Oni trilogy. But having said that, I do think Jay is still a good character, and he's still one of my favorite ninjas, but I do think he got a bit worse when Wildbrain took over, and I really hope they can bring him back to his glory times during the Willfilm era. So guys, that was the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, make sure to like the video and also subscribe down below, because it really helps the growth of the channel, and I hope to see you guys back with a new video. Make sure to check out the other videos that are now gonna appear on the screen, and I hope to see you guys next time.